Welcome back. This is the second episode of my Freaky Friday preseason. And here we got Tony Chilla describing the match. This is going to be an I Quit match between a man who's never quit in an I Quit match that I can recall, and a man who quit or been fired plenty of times. But there's more to it than just that, and you'll see soon enough. Oh, snap! Y2J Chris Jericho. Is it? Is it really? Let's see who it is. Clearly, Jericho is one of them. And who's that? Who the hell is that? John Cena? What? Alright, so here's the premise. I thought about this long and hard. The one man has 5 moves of doom. And that is the complete and total opposite of Y2J Chris Jericho from WCW, who had 1,004 holds. So I figured, what a perfect pair. You got 5 moves of doom versus 1,004 holds. 5 versus 1,004. If I do my math right, that's still 999 points towards Chris Jericho as an advantage. Well, we'll see what happens. Here comes Chris Jericho. It's going to be hard to remember to call him Chris Jericho. And he's shaking the ropes. He's so strong. He has all that Superman muscles now. Yeah. Look at this. I discovered this man. According to him in his book. But this is an I Quit match just because John Cena never lost that I can recall. And Chris Jericho, whether it's like an I Quit or you're fired type scenario, every time he gets in one of those type of matches, he always loses. And he's fired. Loser leaves Raw. Oh, look at that hat. Oh, this is going to be painful for me to call. Oh, I can't stand this. Clearly my favorite in this game. If you know me, you know that for a fact. If you don't know me, yeah. Chris Jericho, always been my favorite. Oh, to watch this is painful. Oh, God. Oh, he just throws it. That top knot went right through the hair. The top knot went through the hat. Excuse me, not through the hair. So Chris Jericho versus that man, John Cena. It's very tough. Tony Chimble's like, what the hell are these two doing? They're going to get fired after this match. So it is an I Quit match at SummerSlam. Hopefully this match won't be too long. Hopefully. Oh, the collar and elbow tie up. And now Chris Jericho taking advantage of all of those muscles to slaps him. He's same disrespectful punk he's always been. Look at that, slamming down. And a big drop kick. Oh my God, you never seen John Cena's body do a drop kick that good before. He's attempted it a couple times and it looks like a flopping fish. My guy is like a Magikarp in a Pokemon game. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, Magikarp? You can't do jack diddly squat unless you get yourself early enough and he has like splash or bubble or some crap like that. But what you're just like, no, splash is the wimpy move. Bubbles, it can do tackle, I think. It can do it. Why am I talking about Pokemon? I tend to do that. Anyways, so John Cena with the dragon whip. He gets the arm of Chris Jericho, and again another dragon. He knows Chris Jericho's body is very. It's performing like what's my words here? I'm trying to say he knows Chris Jericho can pinpoint body parts very well, and his body has been developed to attack certain limbs, like the legs. So he knows how to attack legs and limbs with his body. I'm messing up my words. It's hard to describe. I'm still talking about, in my head I'm thinking about Pokemon. Now John Cena, headlock. Chris Jericho got the arm. And John Cena uses what he thinks is power, but it's just pure technique to overcome Chris Jericho, who now takes the advantage with pure power. But technique is all in the mind. So Chris Jericho seemingly would have the advantage. He has the technical mind, now coupled with the Herculean strength of John Cena in John Cena's body against... John Cena's good in the ring, but he's no Chris Jericho. And now in Chris Jericho's body, Chris Jericho's strong, but he's no John Cena. So clearly advantage goes to Chris Jericho in the C-Nation body. But John Cena now goes low again. Man, working that leg. God, and the Luzez press. Putting that Chris Jericho dick into John Cena's face. Well, yeah, exactly. Chris Jericho dick in it's like John Cena put Chris Jericho's dick into John Cena's face as if he's going to wake up in the morning tomorrow and be like, why do I have a bad taste in my mouth? All right, I remember now. I put my dick into my mouth as Chris Jericho. Okay, well, that kind of went gross fast, but you know what I mean. This is Freaky Friday, so you got to remember that if you don't recall from the previous week, that Chris Jericho's moveset is in the body of John Cena, and John Cena's moveset is in the body of Chris Jericho. Oh God! So if John Cena wants to do a finisher, it would be the Walls of Jericho. John Cena's body would do a finisher. It'd be the Walls of Jericho, or Lion Tamer, or whatever it is. And if Chris Jericho's body did a finisher, it'd be the AA or STFU. That's what I called it, STF. Now John Cena once again, gets from behind. And Chris Jericho counters. And John Cena regains control again and shoves him off. Kick to the gut. Chris Jericho wins. They're about the same height, so no big dramatic difference, not like the Kane and X-Pac battle. And Chris Jericho sending John Cena straight into the ring post. Oh my God, that must hurt like crazy. That shoulder. And now he's stomping a mud hole and smearing his butt cheek and that denim. He's like, how you like that denim, bitch? Does it feel rough on your skin? And John Cena's like, you know what? Denim does kind of sting. There's not a lot of give. It's not like the spandex everyone else wears. I probably should change. Should change my attire. And he slaps. Chris Jericho slaps John Cena in the back of the head. Chris Jericho not letting up at all with a big backdrop, turning him inside out, spinning him around, now laying him on his back, cranking that arm. It's a half camel clutch, cranking back, pulling back. Is it close enough? You're gonna quit? You're gonna quit? He's asking him, and no, John Cena has too much heart. Too much heart. Only problem is heart of John Cena is that in his head, or are you literally talking about the heart? Because if you're literally talking about the heart, that's in Chris Jericho's body now, or Chris Jericho's possession at the moment. So it's all about the chutzpah, and that goes along with the personality. So still, John Cena and Chris Jericho's body might have the advantage if it's all about the spirit and the guts to move on, to fight through the pain. Right now, Chris Jericho's just insulting John Cena, and John Cena goes the cheap route, rakes the eyes. But Chris Jericho knows every cheap play in the cheap playbook. Collar and elbow tie up again. And John Cena's body just too much for Chris Jericho's body. And now he works the arms. Chris Jericho's in full control. I hope we do see a finisher. This is I Quit. And look at that. John Cena goes outside the ring. He has to regroup. Typically you don't see that out of John Cena, but he's not used to being the weaker body. Oh, but he does counter. He just throw away his body. He throws away Chris Jericho, who now has regained control. Flips him up on the shoulder and lands on the outside. Burp. I don't like holding those in. I like to declare it. What are they doing? What's this going to be? Is this a big powerbomb? No! Counter! John Cena countered into the X-Factor face buster thing on the outside. But Super Cena's body is working to the advantage for Chris Jericho because Chris Jericho just hopped right up. And John Cena using some of the Chris Jericho's agility. That's right, I milk that A. Agility. And now sending him inside the ring. John Cena is a man of honor. He fights his matches inside the ring. I don't know why he left in the first place. Now John Cena just had no freaking clue what's going on. And Chris Jericho's like, I have never been in the advantage before. So I just want to take it to him. He doesn't want to let up. Typically it's Chris Jericho has to regroup or something. He's a smart man. He needs to just get out of the action for a second to regain his thoughts. But now he's like head of steam. Look at that. But now John Cena regained control. John Cena has more advantage on the outside than on the inside of this match. Save us, Y2J. Which Y2J are you referring to? Crazy sign person? Look at that. John Cena doesn't want anything to do with John Cena's body. Oh, and big forearm Shiva to the gut with Chris Jericho. Now flips him around, sends him back to the inside. Chris Jericho wants this to be inside because he has a better advantage. Look at that. Look at that big chest slap and then a big boot to the head of John Cena. Wonder how John Cena's coping with all that hair. Wonder how Chris Jericho's coping with his ears exposed. He's probably like, there's a breeze on my earlobes in the back of my neck. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. John Cena going in and out with his opponent. But a forearm across the chin of Chris Jericho. And now they're taking the action back inside the ring. No weapons yet. It's all legal in an I Quit match, but no weapons yet. Hopefully this will be stay clean and stay in the ring, and we might even catch a finisher or two. Hopefully this match doesn't go too much longer. We're not doing too bad. Oh, quick thinking by Chris Jericho. But John Cena using his quickness and working those legs again. And Chris Jericho just wailing on the back of the head, setting him up perhaps for really deep lion tamer with that body, with that big, huge muscles of John Cena's body. He can probably break Chris Jericho's body in half, which would really suck because then he'd wake up in the morning a paraplegic or something and be like, why did I put so much pressure on my body? Oh, what a big clothesline from John Cena. Excuse me, from Chris Jericho, who's enjoying having the power. Typically, to get all this power, you have to sacrifice speed, but John Cena's body is rather quick. And what a big counter! What a big counter. John Cena trying to get clever using that high-flying agility of Chris Jericho's body, but Chris Jericho had none of that. He countered that sucker. No problem whatsoever, flipping John Cena around. Once again, the fight's on the outside, and Chris Jericho floating over, doing that throwback, going old school, and counters with that arm drag that he sits on his ass when he does. I'm waiting for him to break his tailbone. Look at that. He's trying to maneuver his hair. He's not used to that hair. He's holding his head. He's adjusting. Look at that. He's like, I don't like this hair. And Chris Jericho's like, you don't talk shit about my hair. I use Head and Shoulders and 5 different conditioners to get my hair looking that pretty when I had it long. With that big Northern Light suplex on the outside. Now Chris Jericho taking it to him on the outside as well. Oh, but look, John Cena counters with a reverse neck breaker, but Chris Jericho is in no-sell mode. He's in no-sell mode. Chris Jericho just pops right up. He's like, I did not feel any pain whatsoever in this body. I am a god. C Nation trying to regain control. Chris Jericho says, no sells it like he is John Cena. Oh, what's this? What's this? Could this be an AA on the outside? Oh my God, we got a finisher. We got a finisher. Look at that, John Cena saying, ask him if he quits. Oh, but Chris Jericho says, no. All this mounds of muscles prevent me from feeling any pain. Push me again, I dare you. That's what he said when he took that punch to the jaw. He was like, see, I'm freaking Terminator here. You can't do anything to me. John Cena got the arm. Now Chris Jericho got the head. The referee can do nothing but watch. Now we're back into the ring. And Chris Jericho once again, a big boot to the head. My God. Can't wait for 2K14. We might see some of those big boots into the ring posts. Collar and elbow tie up. And once again, Chris Jericho says, man muscles. I drink muscle milk 24/7. You don't see it right now. I got muscle milk. I'm pumping directly into my anus. I'm so muscly. Now King and JR, excuse me, no more JR. King and Cole have front row seats. The action spilling outside right in front of them. But John Cena sends it back inside. So far so good. No weapons. This is clean. No bloodshed. But John Cena just hates that hair. It's working the kinks out of his shoulder. He's like, it's so hard holding my hair up. My arms are getting tired from pulling my bangs aside. And Chris Jericho's like, I stopped talking shit about my hair. And now, once again, Chris Jericho in control. He sends John Cena into the ring. In and out, guys. Make up your mind. I should have said no ring outs or some shit like that. Big boot. Big boot to the side of the head. Right. Chris Jericho now sizing up his opponents. In and out. Playing mind games. In and out. Playing mind games. Jesus. And John Cena's not having any of it. He's like, stick to the routine. We're either going to be in or we're going to be out. And a forearm shiver to Chris Jericho. Trying to make sure I'm not messing up these names. Now they're back inside, and the referee's the one outside. He's confused. Come on, guys. It looks like the steel steps are going to be come into play. John Cena smacking Chris Jericho with the steel steps. With his big, brawny body, typically he can pick those up with ease, but now he has a much weaker Chris Jericho. And he can't really aim very well with that weaker body. He keeps hitting the referee. Charles Robinson. I remembered his name out of the blue. How many matches have I had where I've seen him? I don't remember his name. All of a sudden, I remember his name. And now, once again, Chris Jericho in control. Says those steel steps just bounced off my muscly forehead, and I didn't feel a thing. But here takes the ring post, and he runs inside. And what is John Cena trying to pump up his shoes? But he doesn't wear those shoes. He wears wrestling boots. He's not aware. He's like, I have no shoes to pump up. But where's he going now? He's doing a fisherman suplex. That's one of his signature moves. He's going up to the top rope. John Cena's going to fly, and he just lands on his anus. And he holds his chest because he landed so hard on his anus, I think it gave him a heart attack. Chris Jericho once again in complete control here. And oh, what a big clothesline in the smaller man's body by John Cena. And oh, quicker John Cena gets away from the big grab, but once again, Chris Jericho regains control, and now John Cena again regains control. They're going back and forth, back and forth. It's a counter fest. Now straight into the turnbuckle. And now, once again, Chris Jericho countering, going for that back hamstring, back of the knee, quad out, or whatever the part of the leg they're kicking. And flips him inside out with another backbreaker suplex. Ask him, referee, Chris Jericho says in a cocky voice. That wasn't so much cocky. He's like, come on. Oh, but John Cena, all mental heart and fortitude and testicular fortitude and ruthless aggression and you name it, he has it. He's still in this fight. Go behind. Oh, a big back suplex now by John Cena. Is he going to make him quit? Is he going to ask the ref to ask him? And now, oh, a counter into a neckbreaker by Chris Jericho. And John Cena, he has the mindset of someone who doesn't sell, and he hops right back up, but you can tell his body's wary. And John Cena's body's busted open. Chris Jericho's bleeding. He is bleeding now. What's this going to be? A big belly-to-belly suplex by a much weaker man. I wonder how much that took out of him. He's taunting. It's a wake-up taunt? What the hell? He's doing another AA. This time in the center of the ring. Could this be it? It's a busted Chris Jericho. And now John Cena saying he's bleeding. He's unconscious. But the body of John Cena can't quit. Maybe the mind and the soul of Chris Jericho is sitting on a beach somewhere drinking a sex on the beach or something. But the body can keep going. And he's just running on auto. He's just going on fumes. He looks exhausted. He's bleeding like crazy, but Chris Jericho is still in this. And so is John Cena, apparently. And a big throwback by John Cena. He says, ask him once again. I've messed this guy up enough. I don't want to wake up with a gigantic scar on my head. They're going to wake up dizzy in the morning. And this match continues. Chris Jericho does not quit for once. He's still in it. He's not quit or fired. And now, what's this? John Cena counters, but Chris Jericho counters. Jeez. So many counters. And Chris Jericho now in control. John Cena's dizzy. Chris Jericho going for a big suplex. But all pure strength. And he's saying, ask him. He's going to quit now. His soul might be in it, but his body can't take the pain. But John Cena says, hell no. As long as this hair is, I am still in this match. That made no sense whatsoever. That no way of relating the length of hair to you being in the match. And what is this? John Cena! Well, actually, look at that dance. Chris Jericho with the biggest powerbomb of his life. Just laying out John Cena and does a little dance because he enjoyed that so much. He can win with this. He can win with this. Look at he's cocky. He's taunting his ass off. But I think, is he in this? No, at the last second, John Cena decides he's not in this. He's still got a little heart left in him. A little fight left in that little package. That little cocky Chris Jericho is hopping around, flaunting his new guns. Look at that. He's like, look at these muscles, baby. But John Cena's still in this with a big lazy man suplex. But Chris Jericho says, I saw how weak John Cena is. I can still take him out. I still got this. The match continues. Oh, big punch to the forehead. John Cena from behind. What's he going to do? He's going to slam him down. Oh, big. I think he cut Chris Jericho's head on the ropes as he came down. That might have severed his spine almost. Referee's asking if he quit. Chris Jericho says, hells no. Never, ever quit in this body. I like it too much. Oh, punches and bunches, and now sending John Cena into the corner. And a big punch just completely misses the mark. Whatever. He's not used to having so much muscles. The move's completely different. Now John Cena. What? John Cena going for a third AA. Oh my God. How many of these? Where the hell did he store these things? There's another AA, and he's saying, this time ask him. I'm tired of beating my body up. And uh-oh, it might be too much. Look at that. He's taunting away too. But Chris Jericho is still in this. He says, no, never. His body can take all the attitude adjustments and FUs you can throw at me. What will it take? Maybe an arm drag. Maybe an arm drag. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe an arm drag. Come on. Referee gets in position to ask him, but Chris Jericho immediately says, hell no, no arm drag. You kidding me? I'm a man of 1,000 holds. You have 5 moves of doom. I'm 999 moves better than you. You'll beat me with a damn arm drag? Got another thing coming, bitch. And he wins once again. I think Chris Jericho won every collar and elbow tie-up. A big chop. No, John Cena says. And Chris Jericho says, yes. And no, John Cena says. And Chris Jericho doesn't counter. Doesn't have an answer for that one. And oh my God, what are they going to do here? A punch to Chris Jericho's face. Are they going for a superplex? Oh my God, this might lay him out. The smaller man to a bigger man. Superplex. This might be it. This might be it. Now John Cena says, ask him for the love of God. He is destroyed. He's laid out. He is not moving. He's not moving. Ask him. He's pleading with him. Chris Jericho, tap. I quit already. John Cena's just yelling at him to quit. And it might be it. It might be it. Can it be? Look at that. And he quit. He quit. He could not handle 3 FUs, 3 AAs, whatever you want to call it, and a gigantic superplex from the top rope. And John Cena, in Chris Jericho's body, defeated Chris Jericho in John Cena's body. It's hard to get used to. And here's a big last FU AA towards the end of the match there. He barely got out of that one. And here's no finishers from Chris Jericho, by the way, in that muscular, statuesque body of his. And now John Cena standing tall with that lovely, luscious locks of his. Now he's going to have to go to the shower, and he's like, wait, how do I take care of my hair now? Crap, what do I do now? And he's mocking Chris Jericho. Oh my God, the bloody knuckles of John Cena there, because he busted his own head open. And he's pounding his chest. We have a victor. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, whatever. I thank you for watching. Also, any recommendations if you want to see any pair-ups from WWE 2K14. I'm not doing 13. After next week's will be last 13, and then it'll be the actual season of 2K14. Till then, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, subscribe if you haven't, watch me on Twitch. I'm Schneikes about. Thank you.